The Nintendo Switch 2 has finally been announced, and with this announcement, we have a first look at the new installment of the Mario Kart franchise. And today I want to take a quick rundown of all the different things I want to highlight about this upcoming game, the things I want to see, the things I'm hoping for with the next installment of the Mario Kart series. I adore Mario Kart as a franchise. I think it is a fantastic choice to pick as the first big launch title game of the Nintendo Switch 2, which we assume it's the launch title game. It was with the announcement of the console itself, so here's hoping that it is the very first game we get on the system, and we will see a big breakdown of the game and its features pretty soon. But before we get that, I want to take some small predictions slash wish list slash things I want to see before we even get the official title of the game. And I suppose that is a pretty good place to start. What is this game going to be called? A lot of people have just been calling this generically Mario Kart 9, because the last two Mario Karts were called Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8. This one is likely going to be called Mario Kart 9. I think it would line up with, Nintendo naming the Nintendo Switch 2 the Nintendo Switch 2 and not the Super Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch Ultra, Nintendo Switch U. It is called the Nintendo Switch 2. Make this one Mario Kart 9, super approachable, super easy. I have seen some discussion that it could be called Mario Kart 10, if we count Mario Kart Tour as the technical Mario Kart 9, or even Mario Kart 11, if we count Mario Kart Home Circuit and Mario Kart Tour as Mario Kart 9 and 10. No, just keep it Mario Kart 9, the next main installment of the series. That's what I would ideally like to see this game called. Not even a tagline, nothing like that, just straight, simple, clean Mario Kart 9. And with the title being Mario Kart 9, I would like to see this game be Mario Kart. Now, that sounds really strange and really odd, but really what I'm saying here is I don't want them to overdo it with any kind of crazy, wacky key feature or really change the formula really dramatically. I've seen some people say that this should be a open world Mario Kart game. Look at the course that we saw. It's so open and wide, and we're going to see Mario and all the drivers driving around, and you drive and pick up little street races, and you drive on little courses. Every course kind of connects to each other. Let's not do that. Preferably, I would just like to go through the menus, pick a couple races to do with my friends, go through and race them. Let's not overcomplicate the formula of Mario Kart. It's so popular for a reason, because everyone can pick it up and everyone can play it. Along with that, the name Mario Kart needs to stay as Mario Kart. This should not be the Super Smash Bros. Kart of all racers. Of course, we did see in Mario Kart 8, we saw characters like Link and Isabelle and the Splatoon characters come into the series. And I would honestly be super open for that happening again. However, I just want to keep it as guest characters. Those are not the main core mechanic characters. We're not going to be driving around as, a Korok and Link and Ganondorf and Impa, and every single side character you can imagine from Zelda is in this game. Keep it just Link, maybe expand it to Zelda if we're getting wacky. I actually think Zelda would be a pretty cool little character. And while we're on the topic of characters, I do want to go out there and say, yes, I did just mention I don't want to see a ton of Nintendo characters, but I also don't really care that much about characters. I'm one of those people that picks Yoshi in every single Mario-style game. Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Golf, Mario whatever. We're getting Yoshi for sure. We just saw Yoshi in the trailer. So I'm good. I'm not going to go out there and try to predict wacky, crazy, obscure Mario character I want to see. I'm happy with Yoshi, and all the other characters are just bonus for me personally. However, I would like to say that I really want to see an expansion on costumes and outfits. Of course, we could already pick different colored Yoshis and Birdos and Shy Guys. We saw a lot of different options in Mario Kart Tour, so just bring a lot of those options, maybe a few new ones and different unique ways to unlock them into Mario Kart 9, and we just go on from there. Don't really overdo it with the Metal Mario and the Gold Mario and the Pink and Gold Peach. Just have them as Peach. You unlock that costume by doing whatever you may do in the game, and then you can just select that costume from here on out. I do want to emphasize, yes, unlocking costumes would be very cool. Completing like a time trial for a certain course will unlock you that costume for that character, and then you can use that in all the modes and kind of show off to your friends the different things you accomplish, whether you're playing online, whether you're playing by yourself. I think that's the ideal way I would personally like to see the costumes and different characters handled. I already know that we're going to get a good amount of characters because it has been confirmed, or at least very highly speculated. We're going to be getting 24-player courses and 24-player races, because that is what we see in the trailer, and I am super down for that. I think the more the merrier. I think that would be very fun. One interesting idea I'm kind of throwing out there is, what if we have different courses for different amounts of players? Depending on what cup you select, it's a different amount of players. So one cup, such as the one that carries this desert course, will have 24 players in each race. A different one maybe goes down to something like 6, and it's a lot smaller, close-knit courses built for a certain amount of players. That's just an idea I'm tossing out. out there, but I don't really know if I necessarily need to see that. We could just stick to 24 players on each race, and I would be personally pretty happy. Also, while we're on the topic of increasing the amount of players, I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's kind of in the back of our minds. I would be super down for yes, I'm going to say it, a Mario Kart Battle Royale. We already had F-Zero that kind of showed that we can have 99 players in a race and kind of knock them out elimination style and have a final remaining player standing. I say we bring that concept to Mario Kart, do 50 player races, maybe we just double the 24 to 48, maybe we go all the way to 100, I don't know. The Nintendo Switch 2 is stronger, maybe it can do that. Play online, Mario Kart Battle Royale, process of elimination gets the top player standing. Because I think this game definitely should have a big emphasis on multiplayer. Yes, this game has the potential to have the best multiplayer we've ever seen in a Mario Kart, and it definitely should. And Nintendo Switch 2 can do a lot of things. The one thing I really want to see Nintendo focus on is its online multiplayer capabilities. We are in a new era. It's 2025. We really need to focus on multiplayer for the Nintendo Switch, make it easier to pick up and play with friends, and not a giant headache and loopholes going through apps and sending friend codes and whatnot. Just go online, send your friends a message, I want to race, and you race your friends. There you go. And multiplayer, different lobbies, easier to sort through, easier to go in and do. I would say Mario Kart 8 Deluxe probably has the best online out of any Nintendo Switch game. So let's just see that carry on into Mario Kart 9 and double down with different modes, such as, like I mentioned, possibly a Battle Royale mode, possibly just larger races, possibly just one-on-one, different kind of competitive races, things like that. I think we really need to expand the Mario Kart Online experience with Mario Kart 9. Now, before we move on from this video, I do want to talk about two big things that are very important in Mario Kart. First are the courses of the game. Now, we've only seen one course, and we're sure we're going to get a decent amount of them in the launch. I could want to see at least maybe 24. I think that's a pretty reasonable amount of courses to have in the game. Of course, that does seem like a dramatic cut from the 100 plus courses that we saw in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe after all the DLC. However, there's one thing I'm going to say that I don't think many people share the sentiment as myself with this game. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to throw it out there. I don't want to see any retro courses. Yeah, I know that's a crazy opinion, but we got basically every major retro course we could ever promise or hope to see in Mario Kart 8. I think Mario Kart 9 should just completely clean slate. No retro courses, design courses specifically around the 24 player characters or however we want to make the new mechanics of this game. Make them very much so Mario Kart 9 courses, and these courses feel different. They're expanded, they're interesting, they have new mechanics going on with them. Again, nothing crazy, we don't need to break the entire formula, but have these courses all be unique Mario Kart 9 courses. No returning courses, and if we do have any returning courses, very heavily tweaked, majorly redesigned returning courses from past games. But personally, no retro courses. I would be super happy and actually pretty excited about that aspect because it meant we have more time to work on new, exciting, brand new, flashy courses. And like I said, 24 seems like a low number, but if we get 24 brand new courses, for me, that'd be a happy start to this entire game. And the last thing to mention are the items of the game. I'm sure we're going to see a couple new items, a couple returning items, some cut items. And if we're going to be cutting some items, there's one item I really, really want to cut. And that's the whole purpose of talking about this in the video. That is the blooper. I hate this item so much. It is so annoying to see pop up on my screen. It's not fun. It's not fun to use the item because nothing really happens to you directly. The computers aren't affected by it because they don't actually see at all. They're all AI. And then you actually do get affected by the blooper. If it's a map you know, it doesn't matter. It's just kind of annoying. If it's a map you still don't really know or really understand what's going on, it's super annoying. I hate the blooper a lot. Please remove it from the game. What to replace it with? I'm going to throw it out there. If we are doing the crossover kind of cameo characters again, I want to see some guest star items being brought into the game, such as Link's hookshot. I've had this idea for a Mario Kart item for a while. Basically, you use the hookshot, you latch it onto a character in front of you, you pull them back and kind of propel yourself like a slingshot sort of mechanic, using the hookshot, pulling a character back and slinging yourself forward. That's the only item idea I've pretty much ever had, and ever since I had that idea, I want to see it happen in a game. I'm sure I might come up with more item ideas in the future and whatnot, new courses I want to see, but for now, those are really the big things I want to talk about. So there you go. That is going to wrap up the final thing of this video. There's a lot on the table Nintendo can do with Mario Kart 9. Again, hopefully it is Mario Kart 9 and not Mario Kart Ultra, Mario Kart Super, whatever they want to do. No, just keep it Mario Kart 9, keep it simple, and let's make sure this game is quality and good, and it looks like they're going to make that happen. So thanks for watching this video. Let me know your biggest wish list and request for this next installment of the Mario Kart franchise. I'll see you guys next time, and bye-bye.